right, welcome to our first team meeting. I'm so glad that we were able to get a 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade teacher. So welcome. This will go between 5 and 6 o'clock. So we have an hour to finish our tasks. So here are our norms. We need to be goal-oriented, be present and engaged, be considerate of the time and the agenda. And Ms. Cargo, will you read the second column of norms, please?
Mute your microphone when you are not speaking. Be mindful of background noise and prepare materials in advance.
Okay. So everyone should have the data. You've looked at it before. This is a continuation of previous focus group meetings that we have had. So our objective is to be able to reach every student by engaging stakeholders in every community and to choose 3 focus areas to create a strategic plan. So our ultimate objective is to create a strategic plan. So we also submitted or issued a parent engagement survey. And so these were the results. All right, so I'm ready to hear your noticings and wonderings. Ms. Love, we'll start with you.
Okay, I like the last one. My child's school works with me to make key decisions about my child's education, because that is a two-way component there. The parent has to be involved with the child's education. Now, I think probably we could do a better job by increasing that, but I know with the academic out, that's probably the reason why it's so low right now.
Exactly. So yes, it is good for us to work with them to make decisions about their child's education, but the negative thing is that only 22% think that that's what happens here. So we need to definitely improve that. Yeah. Okay, so here's our STAR data from the last test that that we administered. So we see our reading from grades 6 through 8 is at 41%, math is 39%, writing 31%, science 29%, social studies 33%. We know the 7th graders take the writing, and then 8th grade take the reading, math, science, and social studies. And 6th grade is just reading and math. Any concerns, comments?
I actually am surprised. The reading is relatively high compared to some of the other scores. But they're actually fairly close with the reading and math, but reading is so critical for all of these tests. I don't know sometimes if students actually connect to the fact that reading is everything.
Right. So that leads us into maybe considering increasing our literacy and making that one of our goals. So you can jot that down, and then when we get to that, that might be something that we want to consider for our focus. Okay, so I know our top opportunity is parent engagement. So our school is considered an urban school, and we are trying to engage parents in the 21st century. So I performed a literature review that I want to share with you. I think this will help us when we are trying to create our strategic plan in our next meeting. So, can you see my screen?
Yes, but not the link. It hasn't loaded the link yet.
Okay. Okay, so I'll get to it in just a minute.
Is it because it's not in present mode?
Right, it'll be just a minute.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Thank you.
No, I actually thank you for taking the time to get all this organized. I mean, you are amazing. So,
Well, I appreciate you.
no, I appreciate, and all of us appreciate what you do.
All right, so I need to share my screen. And I want to stop sharing. And then we're going to share again. Now, can you see my screen?
Yes,
Okay, will you read the title for me?
me,
Yes,
Parent Engagement in Urban Schools, Literature
Okay.
Review.
thank you. I just wanted to make sure we're looking at the same thing. So here are some of the strategies. So it is our job to make it convenient, find ways for parents to contribute without them actually being at the school. And we know with this pandemic, we have found out that there are ways that we can engage parents and students without them physically being present. Make it a priority. So some districts hire a family coordinator, outreach coordinator to focus some of those activities and to make sure that the parents and the schools have a positive relationship. Communicate. Maybe we need to make sure we have translators present, explain academic goals to the parents, and then assist them with any other academic tasks so that they can help their son or daughter at home. Then we can educate them. That's Parent University. And it's another way to help the parents gain academic content, knowledge, and parenting skills. So these are strategies that we can use. So in conclusion, we need a comprehensive plan, and we need to make sure we're using research-based strategies that relate to the parents and the community that we serve. The state, we also need to look for some type of assistance from the state. They provide the funds, or maybe some ideas that will help us increase engagement. And the goal of all educators should be to improve the student academically, socially, and emotionally. So that will be our goal as we go into our next school year. So now we're going to go back. Are there any questions about this literature review? I know I did a lot of talking.
It's quite interesting.
All righty, so let me go back to my screen again so we can finish up. So with that information, and you have a copy of the whole review that you will be able to look through and make sure you have some suggestions for our next meeting. But I just wanted to verbally go over it with you. All right, so I know that parent engagement will be the #1 focus. I want you to think a minute about 2 other focus areas that we could include in our plan.
Well, we looked at our scores, and when you look at the scores and we have a 39% math and we have 41% reading, and then there was a 29% for the writing. No, 31%, my apologies. I know that there definitely, we need to keep our academic focus. We need to keep putting some things together to improve our academics and build our student skills. The pandemic has definitely contribute to a lot of loss. And so we don't want to overlook that as an area of need.
I totally agree. So academics could be our second focus area. Does anyone have any other ideas?
I think based on the data that you showed us, saw we have a high percentage of English learners, and so focus on what we can do to make sure that they feel confident and moving forward, doing their best, and making sure that we can meet them where they're at, but also try to get that year's growth.
Right.
Can.
And we can include that with the academics.
Okay.
And so that was my thought process. And so I just wanted to get some ideas from you all. So yes, we would definitely include that in the academic goal.
We know that also, in order to improve their academics, we need them to be here.
Correct.
And so,
Okay. True. I saw where we only had 21% that of the community that knew the mission statement of the campus.
Mhm.
So we could go in through the mission statement because every parent wants know the outcome of their child, and their children is directly tied into the mission statement. So maybe we can teach help to give the parents what our mission is for the campus, which would has the umbrella of all of those things we named.
Correct. And so that will be under our parent engagement. We will make sure that we include some activities to make, or some different ways to communicate and let them understand our mission and our vision. So thank you. Ms. Werner, you were saying they have to be here. So I think I hear you saying attendance.
yes, ma'am. Because I have a lot of students that don't attend, or they don't attend regularly. And the best lessons in the world don't work if they don't understand and they don't get to participate in them.
Right. So I see our rate is about 94%. And we know that normally we want at least what percent do you, I mean,
97 at least. minimum.
97, right?
98. And
No
you know,
lower.
yeah, and the higher performing schools, that is one of the things that they have. They have a higher attendance rate.
Correct.
So we have to work on somehow getting that gap closed for our students.
Okay. So we have our 3 areas, which will be number 1, parent engagement. The second one will be academics. And then the third will be attendance. So that sounds like a good plan.
It sounds like a lot of work, but that's okay. I think we're going to see a lot of success from it.
I agree. We will. So let's plan our meeting for next week, next Thursday at 5 o'clock. And then in that meeting, we will start working on our strategic plan. Sounds like a plan?
Yes, ma'am.
That works for me.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, I will see you next Thursday and we will get back in the work.
Thank you for planning all this and helping us out. I love the information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.